I'm not happy with my teeth. They're not straight enough.
Let me fix them for you.
No. You are not White, Greer, and Maggard.
I'm sort of like White, Greer, and Maggard. I'm local, love smiles, love to fix things.
No.
Sorta you isn't you. White, Greer, and Maggard, where a beautiful smile is just the beginning.
At Raising Cane's, we believe in one love. But creating one love is no simple task. Everything has to be served hot and fresh, not just hot. We use only 100% premium chicken tenderloins for a 0% chance of leftovers. We insist on the best ingredients for our fries, like potatoes. And, well, we can keep talking quality, or you can just eat it. Raising Cane's, one love.
Visit us today at one of our 6 Lexington area locations.
All S, all P, all O, R, T, S.
In Fayette Mall on Facebook and Twitter, locally owned and operated since 1972.
At Central Bank, we like to call ourselves your friendly neighborhood financial experts because we get to help an entire community of customers achieve their financial dreams. So whether you're opening a checking account or buying your first home, you've got a team of local experts to coach you all the way.
Wow.
See what 70 years of experience can do for your financial future with Central Bank.
How many times are you going to drive off with those things?
Official bank of UK Athletics.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Welcome back here to Lexington Lafayette. Gary Ball with Donnie Atkins here. It is the 43rd District Boys Championship. We had the girls, and we crowned the Lafayette Lady Generals, coached by Allison Denton, as they won the 43rd. She's won 28 straight now in tournament play. Allie Denton went all the way to the state tournament last year. This one, the Dunbar Bulldogs, coached by Scott Chalk, 25-6. And the Lafayette Generals, coached by Mike Mendenhall III, 19-9. And I'm looking over to this big banner over here to my right. It says 2001 Boys State Champion, the Lafayette Generals. And Donnie Atkins, you coached that team.
Very lucky, Gary, to have that team. Very lucky. Very fortunate. A lot of young men who I tell this all the time. They matured so much in the last 2 to 3 weeks of the season. It was just unbelievable. You know, at one time in February we were 13-11, and we went on that 12-game run. And just very fortunate and very happy and pleased to represent Lafayette at that.
Really good basketball in the 43rd District this year. Dunbar at times have been #1 team in the state, well deserved when you have Tavion Hollingsworth and Darius Williams and Jordan Lewis and Dontel Brown and Justin Kelly, just to mention a few. You're going to be #1. We saw them beat Trinity at the Traditional Bank Holiday Classic in the championship. We saw you over there for a lot of that tournament. And this Lafayette team, they've got 2 of the best players in the 11th region. Of course, Ross Jenkins, the Governor Scholar, and Harrison Lane, one of the top 3-point shooters in the state.
Well, Gary, tonight's going to be, I think, a matchup of how does Lafayette handle the quickness of Dunbar. Mm-hmm. And that to me is the whole package of the game. And in other words, can I slow them down? Can I keep Lewis under control? He does such a great job of getting out, penetrating, and then kicking to Hollingsworth and Williams. So, I think that's the key. If I were coaching Lafayette, is try to keep the game under control, not let them get in that transition game. And on the other hand, Lafayette has to use that inside-out game. Lane has to be able to shoot well from the outside, and then Jenkins down inside.
And a game like this, the 43rd District Championship, both teams are going to the 11th Region Tournament, but you want to win that district title to get that runner-up from the other district. I don't think there's any doubt about that. That's in the back of everybody's mind right now.
Gary, a long time ago, people said, this game doesn't mean anything. This district championship, both teams are going. Yes, it does mean a lot, because like you said, you're either going to, if you're the winner, you play the runner-up in one of the other districts. Now, in this case, it could be Scott County.
Right.
So, it's like, okay, what medicine do I want? I may get burned, but at the same time, you want that team, You want to play that team. You want to have that winning going into the regional tournament.
And, a guy that could be the X factor tonight is Jaquante Carpenter for Lafayette. The reason I say that, Coach, is we did the Mercer County game here. The Jock Sutherland Classic. You were at that. It was a triple header. And that young man knocked down 3 after 3. Matter of fact, he finished with 20 points in the game against number 1 Mercer County. So he needs to do that tonight. Dunbar's going to probably play a lot of attention to Mr. Carpenter.
Well, I would think, you don't change things at this time of the year, Gary. You stay with what you've been doing since the 1st of February, since the middle of January. You don't change a lot. You might tweak things there and there, but from a defensive standpoint, you don't change your philosophy, and you don't change what you do offensively. You might try to run a special play for somebody to get them a special shot or something like that, but you're not going to change a lot of what you do and what you've been doing all year long.
Big advantage, Lafayette playing here on their home floor for the 43rd District title.
You know what? Like in Vegas, the home team always gets 4 or 5 points. So
right.
Yeah, you got to give them a little break just because it is on their home floor. They've been practicing here all year and playing here all season. So you do give them a little break. Now, that being said, Dunbar's played over here a couple of times already this year.
Yeah.
So they've had the opportunity to play over here. So it's not like they are not acquainted. The floor is still 84 feet long. The foul line's 15 feet from the basket. And you know what? It just happens to be the same height. The basket's 10 feet.
That's
so
right.
It makes any difference.
Just like in Hoosiers. They measured it. They measured it. Tonight's 43rd District Championship boys game with Donnie Atkins, Gary Ball, with our PrepSpin wizard and producer, William Warfield. The game brought to you by White, Greer, and Maggard. We had Dr. White on with us the other night, joined us on the broadcast. He did a great job. He knows his basketball. Raising Cane's, One Love there, Raising Cane's Chicken. Whitaker Bank will have the Whitaker Bank shot tonight here on the broadcast. UK Sports Medicine and Orthopedic Surgery. Central Bank, Bob Roberts Insurance. They insure half the great state of Kentucky. Bob Roberts Insurance. Scholastic Ball Report. We'll tell you about the show tomorrow at noon on the CW. And Sutherland Chevrolet. Sutherland Chevrolet says, don't text and drive, high school kids. Put it down. It can wait. It can wait.
Leave that phone somewhere.
That's right.
If you get in that car, put it in the back seat or something. Just don't mess with it.
Chevrolet. We'll be back with the lineups and the tip here. It's the boys' 43rd District Championship. You're watching it live and exclusively in high definition on PrepSpin. We'll return here after this timeout with more pregame here from Lafayette High School.
At Raising Cane's, we believe in one love. But creating one love is no simple task. Everything has to be served hot and fresh, not just hot. We use only 100% premium chicken tenderloins for a 0% chance of leftovers. We insist on the best ingredients for our fries, like potatoes. And, well, we can keep talking quality, or you can just eat it. Raising Cane's, one love.
Visit us today at one of our 6 Lexington area locations.
All S, all P, all O, R, T, S. Pick it up at all sports. Pick it up at all sports.
In Fayette Mall on Facebook and Twitter, locally owned and operated since 1972.
At Central Bank, we like to call ourselves your friendly neighborhood financial experts because we get to help an entire community of customers achieve their financial dreams. So whether you're opening a checking account or buying your first home, you've got a team of local experts to coach you all the way.
Wow.
See what 70 years of experience can do for your financial future with Central Bank.
How many times are you going to drive off with those things?
Official bank of UK Athletics.
Hi, I'm Lee, and I'm happy with my smile. And I'm other Lee, and I ain't happy with my smile. I went to White, Greer, and Maggard, and they fixed my smile for me. And I never smile, and that's why I'm having some alone time here at dinner. I love that I can go to White, Greer, and Maggard with all my questions. And I love that I don't have to brush my teeth at night. Don't be like this, me. Go to White, Greer, and Maggard for a picture-perfect smile.
Back here at Jackson Carlisle Gymnasium on the campus of Lexington Lafayette High School. Gary Ball with former Lafayette coach Donnie Atkins, state champion coach Donnie. I remember back when you and I were doing some TV work together, we'd always say, can you believe, Donnie, it's been this many years? Can you believe, Coach Atkins, it's been this many years? Well, now you look up there, Coach, and it's been 15 years.
That's right, Gary. It's hard to realize it's gone by so quickly. It really has. It's good. I see some kids every now and then around town, and they're still here, so that's a good thing. But I tell you what, tonight I love to see this atmosphere in this gym because it brings back memories of when I was coaching 20, 30 years ago. During district time, it was full house every time you played, and tonight's no exception, and it's great to see this crowd and the community come out.
And it is going to be a packed house in here at the 43rd District Championship. If you're just tuning in to PrepSpin, well, you missed the girls' game, so shame on you. That was won by the Lafayette girls, 61-45. Allie Denton, I want to say her record now is 28 straight district games, I believe is what I was told. It was 27 coming into tonight, so she's really on a great run there with the Lafayette girls.
Yeah, she's done a great job. Coach Denton's done a great job of working her system, working her program, and developing her younger players and coming up through that system, and that's what you have to do as a coach.
And it doesn't hurt that you have a player the talent of Kiara Pankins, one of the top players in the state.
It always hurts.
It helps have good players.
Jimmy's and Joe's and Mary's and Sue's help.
I had a coach tell me that one time, Donnie. He said it's amazing how great players make really good coaches.
Yeah. Al McGuire said one time, he said, there's three things to being a great coach. Number one is talent. Number two is talent. Number three is talent.
Well, just ask Calipari there, right? I mean, Lordy. I mean, he's got, 25 guys in the NBA right now. Yeah. And the NBA's finding out how good a lot of those Kentucky players are when you look at the kind of rookie season Karl Anthony Towns is having, what kind of rookie season Devin Booker's having. And, of course, Anthony Davis is considered one of the top 5-6 players in the NBA.
Yeah, and, you go back, you got DeMarcus that's playing like crazy out there in Sacramento. So, a lot of talent.
Coach, what will you look for here early on in this game? Of course, you got so much talent out there on the floor. You got Darius Williams, who's a Mr. Basketball finalist for Dunbar. Tavion Hollingsworth, who has been a D1 kid all the way. I mean, he's going to be a D1 college player. He's already got some offers for some D1. And Jordan Lewis is so quick defensively, he can play. Looking at the other side, Lafayette, too. They've got some kids that can play college. I'm not sure Ross Jenkins wants to play college basketball. He's such an intelligent kid. He's a governor's scholar. He may just go to college to be an academia type guy. But Harrison Lane is going to go to Transy. He did a game with me the other night on the broadcast, and he said he's probably just going to golf at Transy. So not even going to play basketball.
Yeah. Very good golfer. Younger brother's a pretty good golfer too, Gary. I tell you what, early in the game, especially nerves, tension. Right. You never know what 16, 17, 18-year-old kids are going to do. Right. They could come in and throw it up in the stands. I mean, it's just one of those things. Right. So I'm going to kind of look for what team has that under control early, what team doesn't, succumb to that, and then what team can sustain that energy level throughout the first, second, third quarters going into that fourth quarter.
You're exactly right. I agree with you 100%. Something else. If Harrison Lane knocks down some threes early, it's going to be a good night for Lafayette because he's so streaky. Even if he misses a couple, I think it's okay because he's the type of kid, he has amnesia. He doesn't care about those last 3 shots. And then I think also they need to realize, I know Dontel Brown is a big kid, big physical kid, football player for Dunbar, but they really need to pound the ball into Ross Jenkins, I think.
Yes, and he does it. I think Brown does a good job. He gives Dunbar that inside presence that they need. He has the ability to score inside. He's athletic enough that he can get up and down the floor and he can guard people. So it'll be interesting to see that matchup between Ross and Mr. Brown inside to see what goes on early.
I tell you what, this Lafayette gymnasium is filling up here tonight. It's going to be a packed house here. And we'll think you watch it, you see that high definition. Actually, we were on the other side of the gym all week, but we're on this. I like this side better, Donnie, because you can actually see the L, how the L's meant to see. It's not upside down.
That, Gary. And you get, personally, I like to watch benches. Yeah, I like to watch coaches. I like to watch that interaction between the coach and the players. I like to watch the coaches or the players' body language as they go in and out of the game. They can tell you a lot of things about what's going on the floor.
Here are your starting lineups. The senior Jordan Lewis, who averages nearly 13 points a game, and the big fella Dontel Brown, that Coach and I already referenced, 6'6.5" junior. And then you got Tavion Hollingsworth, who'll be a Mr. Basketball candidate next year. Early in this season, Hollingsworth was averaging, early in the season, 32 points a game. He's up around 24, 25 right now.
Yeah, and I know you all talked about this probably the other night. In the first quarter of the other night, in the Dunbar game, only field goal. 21 points in the first quarter, and they're all threes.
They're all threes.
And I mean, it was everybody. They were just hot. It was just going in no matter what. So
they hit 7 threes in the first quarter, finished with 9, but 7 of those 9 in that first period. Exactly right. Justin Kelly, who I just absolutely love, is not only a basketball player, but a cerebral guy. He's very intelligent. He's one of the best soccer players in the state, so you know he's got great footwork. And then get in there and get you that grunt work and get you that big rebound when you have to have that big rebound.
That's what you need. You need that blue-collar player to go get the work done when you need it done.
And the fifth starter, of course, Mr. Basketball finalist, Darius Williams, 6'4" senior. He's been a stalwart for Dunbar ever since his sophomore year. Lafayette will counter tonight in their lineup. They will have Jalen Jenkins, the senior, will start. They will start, of course, Chris Wharton, who started the other night. It'll be Harrison Lane with his 14-point average. He had 22 the other night. The 6'1" senior. And big Ross Jenkins. They list him about 6'6". He's probably about 6'7". And he has been a stalwart player, Coach Atkins. Not only that, he joined the 1,000 Point Club the other night. They honored him before the district game the other night. And he's a Governor Scholar and a 4.0 student class.
He's a nice kid, Jerry. Just there's no those kinds of kids that you really like to be around. And when he plays, he gives you all he's got.
He's a consummate team player, and Cameron Green at the junior, who played big time the other night, he will not be in the lineup tonight. Let's see who they've given that other starting nod to. It's going to be the sophomore, Eric Powell. So Powell will get the start, does a great job, along with Wharton, Lane, Jenkins, and Ross Jenkins. As we said, Dunbar will have Dontel Brown, Hollingsworth, Lewis, Williams, and Justin Kelly.
It'll be early to see if they can keep Jordan Lewis under control. Stop his penetration, slow him down a little bit. Smart kid with the basketball. Got like a 38-inch vertical jump, can really get up.
Tap is up, Jenkins controls it. Tracked down in backcourt by Jalen Jenkins. Jalen will work it across on Darius Williams, straight down the middle of the floor. Angles right, man-to-man right now. Goes over to Ross. He works in on Brown. That's exactly what we were talking about. Went right at him, and Dontel Brown picks up an early foul.
Two-hand checks on him. You can't do that. That is a point of emphasis been all year long. Is keep your hands off playing defense, especially on the ball.
And Donnie, that's huge to get that early foul here. 8 seconds into the game, get that foul on Dontel Brown. Live down to Jenkins. Dontel Brown's going to pick it off like a big tight end would. Here comes Lewis. Clears it over to Williams. Right side launches the three. Off the iron, no. Rebounded by Harrison Lane. Ripped it out with the left hand, no doubt. Harrison across the line. Looking over to Jenkins. He kicked it in the corner to Wharton. He goes baseline hanging. Brown got a piece of it. Coming out with Hollingsworth. He has Williams out in front of him. Hollingsworth to the basket. Lays it up and in.
Nobody stopped the ball. He just continued right on to the basket like a good point guard.
Laid it up over the front of the rim nicely. 2-0. Early start for Dunbar and Tavion Hollingsworth. Wharton angles for Lafayette. This is a great crowd in here tonight and a great atmosphere.
Both student bodies out in force. We'd love to see that.
Packed house here at the 43rd District Championship. Hollingsworth got to start it with a bust out and a lay-in. Ross Jenkins right side on Brown. Already drew an early foul on him. Ross in trouble. Dumps it back to Harrison Lane. Left hand, and he missed the layup. Harrison went to the basket but missed the layup with the left hand. And here comes Hollingsworth quickly to the basket. Throws it up over Jenkins. No. Battling for Ross. Takes the rebound. Clears it out to Wharton. Wharton, they got 4 on 2. Wharton down the middle now. Strong move to the basket. Rolls in there. Nice move by Wharton. We're tied at 2. Long pass now. Goes to Hollingsworth. Dumps it to Brown. Dontel loses the handle on it. Throws it up. And we're going to have a reach in and a grab call on Powell. First foul on Powell.
Again, Dunbar wastes no time getting the ball. Pushing it. And try to get that pace going at the way they like it.
If there was a stat for that in the KHSAA, I think Dunbar would lead the state in getting the ball, pushing the ball down floor.
Or time between shots.
Time between shots, exactly. I don't think that's a stat, but Brown is short on the free throw. He normally knocks down his free throws for a big kid. The junior, of course, played football. Did they find him a new football coach at Dunbar yet? Is it announced yet?
Yeah, it has not been announced. But yes, I think there is.
I think I've heard the rumor mill who it is, but it hasn't been announced. Brown got the second one. First point of the game for big Dontel Brown. It's 3-2.
Dunbar extends the pressure full court man-to-man, but just kind of it's a little token pressure. Just try to keep the ball slowed down a little bit.
That's Wharton. He had that nice lay-in with a soft bounce. We're trying to get Harrison Lane on track. He's got Lewis on him. Ross Jenkins, right side free throw, comes out top to Lane. Lewis all over him. Harrison works in. Harrison Lane runs into Lewis. Ball knocked away. Lewis has got a steal. Lewis numbers out to Hollingsworth, and he throws it up, and then he's fouled. Count the basket for Tavion. It's 5-2.
Turnovers lead to easy baskets, and that was one right there. Push it, that layup. And a foul.
Coach, here on the other side, Harrison was bound to determine that he was going to take that ball to Lewis, and Lewis was bound to determine he wasn't going to let him beat him off the dribble.
Just got on his right hand, stayed on his right side, wouldn't let him go.
5 points for Hollingsworth, 5 of the 6, 6-2 Dunbar with a good start here to this ball game, leading Lafayette. 5:52 in the first period. Lane open from 3, launches, he got it! Harrison Lane
came off the pick, wide open on the side, knocks down the outside 3.
One of the best three-point shooters in the state statistically. Hollingsworth spinning, won't go. Jenkins taps it up off the board, and Ross Jenkins rips it off there. How about this? Lane's 3 cut it to 1. They could take the lead with this trip. Jalen Jenkins over to Lane. Harrison trying to go over to Ross Jenkins. Ball out of bounds, and well, good officiating crew. This is a really good officiating crew in this game, Donnie Atkins.
Ricky Chastain, Clayton Brooks, and Mr. Lightfoot over on the other side.
Lafayette can take the lead, 6-5 Dunbar. They're being led by Hollingsworth with 5. Lane hit the big 3 for Lafayette. Last possession. Trouble getting it in. They do to Jenkins, and let's see, what's the grab? I think he's going to have a grab. A hold is going to be called, and I think it went on Lewis.
Foul on Lewis, his first.
Lewis picked up his first.
Little break there. That was almost a 5-second call turnover.
Sure was. It was close. Very close. So the trigger man will be Eric Powell, the sophomore. Slaps the ball, everybody cutting. Powell looking, comes over to Jenkins. Jalen left side, free throw line extended. Jenkins bounces down to Ross. Ross on Dontel Brown. Spin move, hook shot, no from down, rebounded by Brown. Good defensive play by Brown.
Held his ground, didn't let Ross get back inside on him, and just put enough pressure, had him miss a little jump hook.
Lewis will look at some numbers for you after this possession. 2 for 5 for Dunbar. There's Lewis, dumps it to Kelly, and he puts it up and in.
A lot of people thought he got away with the walk, but he cannot walk if you don't have the basket.
That's right, that's exactly right. He put it up as soon as he got it. 8-5, Dunbar by 3, leading Lafayette. 4:45 to the basket and blocked away there, and trying to save it back in. And it was out of bounds. Good hustle there, though, by Wharton as he came down and tried to save it back in. Coach Chalk talking to Coach Kelly. Coach Mendenhall also demonstrating something to Brooks. Long pass on the floor, picked up by Kelly. He bounces to Dontrell Brown, and Brown lays it up and in. What a pass by Kelly. 10-5.
Nice catch, nice penetration, a little dish inside the wide open man.
10-5, Dunbar by 5. 4:22 to go. 2 for 6 shooting for the Bulldogs. Back goes Jenkins. Jenkins let everybody go by, lays it up in as he lets Darius Williams fly by. Bad pass as Dunbar gets a little sloppy there and throws it away. So turnover. Let's look at the turnover. That is the first turnover. Lafayette no turnovers, but 2 turnovers there by Dunbar. 10-7. Lafayette can tie it up with a 3 down to 1 possession game. Jenkins over to Wharton. Wharton into front court to the basket. Lays it up and in. Nice job by Wharton. So Wharton with a nice move to the basket. 10-9. Here's a pass to Kelly. He loses the handle on it, picks it back up. Lane taps it out of there. Coming out there with it. Wharton hustling down floor, knocked away from behind, goes out of bounds. But Donnie Atkins, there you see that quickness and recovery by Dunbar.
Yeah, Gordon Brown.
My goodness.
He really hustled to knock that ball loose from behind and keep it from being a layup.
Look at this crowd in here, Donnie. It's the kind of crowd you used to see in here, right?
SRO. Standing room only, Gary.
Big crowd. You said this seat's a little over 2,500.
I'll tell you there's every bit of it tonight.
Wharton, left elbow. Kicks it over. And the three-pointer knocked down by Eric Powell.
Takes the lead, 12-10.
Powell with the 3. Like a Batman, remember? You just put up those pow, you know, like that. Boom, zam. 12-10. Lafayette their first lead. Williams three-pointer trying to give the lead back. No good. Good box out by Jenkins. Right hand that goes to Chris Wharton. Wharton, right side Jenkins. Lane was wide open and screaming for the ball. They don't get it to him. Harrison Lane was ready to launch too.
Dunbar's gone to the zone.
Harrison Lane is wide open. Jenkins penetrates. Little floater rolls in there. Jalen Jenkins, 14-10, Lafayette. Their biggest lead. Lewis jumps it to Williams, right side. Hangs blocked by Jenkins. And it looked like all ball from here, but the officials are going to say foul, and Big Ross is going to pick up the personal foul, which will be his third. That looked clean from up here.
It does, Gary. Very hard to call that when you're behind the guy and you reach over his head to block his shot. 9 times out of 10, that official is going to blow that whistle. It doesn't make any difference just because of where it is.
6 of 10 shooting for Dunbar from the field. Of course, that's 60%. Free throw knocked down by Darius, and 4 of 8 for Lafayette, 50%. And 3-point shooting by Lafayette from 3. They are what they've got. I don't know. Is
2
this
for 2?
Yeah. Is this what's going on here with this? That's got 0 for 2 for Lafayette. What's going on?
I think he's got the. This is actually the names are reversed.
Gotcha.
This is actually Lafayette. This is
Williams knocked them both down, and it's 14-12. I've got Williams with 2 there. Of course, 3-point shooting. You're right. Harrison Lane knocked one down. Powell knocked one down. William Watkins in there. Here's a steal by Vince Clark. Clark's got it for Dunbar. Just checked in. 2:33 in the corner. Lewis dumps it back to Hollingsworth. A 3. Bullseye. 8 for Hollingsworth.
You can't leave him alone.
15-14. Lead will going back to Dunbar. They're in the black in the middle to Watkins. Watkins to the basket, rolls it up in a nice move there by William Watkins. 16-15, quickly the other way, and Williams quickly lays it up and in.
That didn't take long.
It took all of that 3 seconds. 17-16. Wharton across the line for the Generals. Minute 55 in the first quarter. 17-16. The lead is for Dunbar by 1 to the basket, and shot rolls in there, but a foul called.
Out on the floor on the drive.
Clark, his first.
I feel take it out underneath their own basket.
We have a minute 47 in the first period. Gary Ball, Donnie Atkins, William Moorfield. Good pass down low. Hanging and scoring is Cameron Greena. I believe we mentioned Mr. Greena in the pregame, didn't we?
Yep.
18-17. Lafayette with a 1-point lead. Lewis, high pass over to Clark. Minute 34. 1-point ball game. Lafayette by 1, 18-17. Kick over to Hollingsworth. He goes baseline, little 12-footer, and that's too strong. And they're saying Carpenter, did he throw it off for Williams? What a great play by Carpenter.
Good hustle play.
Yeah, with the left hand, no doubt, he threw it off there.
Good hustle play.
Minute 23 in this first period in front of a packed house here at the 43rd District Championship, where earlier tonight the Lafayette Lady Generals won 61-45 over the Dunbar Lady Bulldogs to win the 43rd crown. All these teams head on to the 11th region. It gets underway Monday Night Live.
Nice pass.
Watkins, he's open. Good block from behind by Brown. Watkins gets it back, throws it up. No, rebounded by Dontel Brown. Watkins probably should have kicked that one out to somebody.
That second one. The first one he should have just tried to outbeat him to the basket. He didn't do that.
Williams thought about the 3, spins, backs up, little fadeaway, off the iron, no, rebounded by William Watkins with 53 seconds. Lafayette, as I like to say, lead in leather. 18-17, 45 seconds. They come over to Jalen Jenkins, back over to Carpenter.
If it gets down to 30 seconds, I'd play one shot.
Yeah, they're down to 36, so we'll see what they do here. Jenkins has it for Lafayette. Kicks it now to Greenup, to Cameron. Down to 26 seconds to the basket. Greenup all the way, lays it up and in. Second basket for Greenup.
Play one, you get the layup, you got to take it.
He said, if you're not going to stop me, go ahead and lay it in. They didn't stop him. 20-17, almost an over and back there by Clark. Here's a back tap by Lane. He's got a bust out. Harrison drives down, lays it in.
Dunbar having a little problem with 2-2-1 press that Lafayette's been playing.
Hollingsworth throws a three-quarter court off the mark. We head to the second quarter. Harrison Lane with the pickpocket laid it in. 22-17. Lafayette leading Dunbar. We'll return here on PrepSpin with second quarter action.
I am Lee, and I'm happy with my smile. I went to White, Greer, and Maggard, and they fixed my smile for me. I never I love that I can go to White, Greer, and Maggard with all my questions. And I love that I don't have to brush my teeth at night. Don't be like this, man. Go to White, Greer, and Maggard.
Ladies and gentlemen,
your perfect smile.
the doors have been closed.
At Central Bank,
Everyone needs
ourselves
to
your
be
friendly
out of the
neighborhood financial
house
experts
and
because we
off
get
the
to help an
floor.
entire
You
community
need
of
to have a
customers
seat,
achieve their
be
financial
seated,
dreams. So
and
whether
not
you're opening a checking
standing,
account
please.
or buying your first home, we've
Thank
got a
you.
team of local experts to coach you all the way. See what 70 years of experience can do for your financial future with Central Bank.
How many times are you going to drive off with those things?
Official bank of UK Athletics.
Absolutely. We're back where they have closed the doors outside Donnie Atkins, so that means the fire marshal said there's enough people in there.
That's right. No more admittance.
No more admittance.
That's it.
But what a great crowd. Gary Ball, Donnie Atkins, William Warfield, and what a great first period. You know, Dunbar jumped down with that quickness, but great answer by Lafayette when Harrison Lane knocked down the three, got the steal, and then I thought a huge three by Eric Powell.
Another turnover. Dunbar.
And a strip. Dontel Brown comes in and strips it
big
out.
man.
Dontel Brown. Here's Lewis down the middle. Jordan kicks it over the right side now to Clark. Back to Lewis. Back over to Vince Clark. He goes in on Greenup. Hangs, missed it. Rebounded, pulled out of there by Watkins. Well, Watkins is doing a great job on the board since coming in there for Big Ross Jenkins. To the basket. Carpenter throws it up. And we're going to have a foul call. And it's going to be a block, and it's going to go against Lewis. By the way, let me ask you, Jordan Lewis, is he any relation to Donnie Lewis that played at Dunbar a few years ago? A really good player?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if he is or not.
Donnie was a really good player.
Yes, he was.
Yep. And we're going to have a timeout by Coach Chalk, and I think it's going to be a 30-second. 7:26 in the first half. What a ball game. 22-17 in front of a packed house. 43rd District Championship on the line. The bands are fired up. William Warfield's fired up for PrepSpin. Got the high definition. Donnie and I are fired up. And I tell you, these are games when I wish I still had, the ability to get in there and play. When you see a game like this in front of this kind of crowd, you say, man, this is why you play high school basketball.
And Gary, as a coach, it's one of these games where you say, I wish I could just sit in the stands and watch.
Yeah.
And sometimes you get involved in that, the up and down of the game, and you forget, hey, I got to coach here a little bit just to make sure. But these are the games that you really like, and it's the excitement. And Lafayette's come out and had a lot of energy. And let's see if Dunbar kind of responds here in the second quarter and comes back and starts putting together a little offense.
And shooting a couple of free throws would be Carpenter for Lafayette. Javante Carpenter, the junior. Let's look at the free throw shooting in this game. Dunbar's
at 1 for 3.
Yeah.
Or no, excuse me, 4 for 5.
Carpenter knocked that one down. Yeah, they've got the teams up here
switched.
inverted. So like we're dyslexic or something. Carpenter got the first one. Looking for the second one, and short, but he does give Lafayette a 6-point lead, 23-17, 7:22 in the first half here on PrepSpin. Check out all the 11th region action beginning Monday night right here on PrepSpin from the 11th region tournament at Eastern Kentucky University Alumni Coliseum. We'll have all the girls' games and boys' game from the 11th region. Kelly back in there, Justin Kelly for Dunbar. We'll swing it around the perimeter.
Playing 2-3 zone right now.
Hollingsworth bounces back now to his teammate Vince Clark, over to Kelly, back over to Jordan Lewis, back to Dontel Brown. Lewis deep in the corner. Dunbar, of course, in some polls this year at really about the halfway point, maybe even further, that number one team in the state in most of the polls. Lewis, a long three. It won't go off the back of the rim. Nice rebound by Cameron Greenup. Well, Greenup, good inside position, Donnie.
Need to show a little bit more patience.
Yeah.
Instead of just taking that shot. You can get that shot anytime. They've made about 10 passes and then fire up a 28-footer is not very good.
Jalen Jenkins, the senior, for Lafayette handling the ball. Kick there by Lewis as he was trying to go in the corner to Powell. And Darius Williams is going to check back in. Lewis is going to go out. And by the way, the job that Watkins and Cameron Greer are doing out there is giving a good respite for Ross Jenkins and Harrison Lane right now on the Lafayette bench. Yep. They're getting a nice break over there. They've been on that bench for about 3 or 4 minutes now. They even got the break at the quarter. 23-17.
Lafayette's just going to hang it outside for a little bit and make sure.
Well, they're going to tell Dunbar, you can stay back in that zone. Well, here's penetration as we say that. And blocked by Brown. Whistle foul call. Let's see who that went on. If it goes on Brown, it's his second.
I don't think it is.
I think it went on Kelly.
Yeah, I think it did on the drive. On 13.
Kelly picked it up. And that is the 5th team foul, Donnie, against Dunbar. So still another foul to give, but only 3 team fouls against Lafayette. And nice free throw shooting by Jalen Jenkins as he knocks down the free throw. Biggest lead for Lafayette at 7. Make it 8. 25-17 as Jenkins connects on both of them.
You're talking about people Dunbar and Lafayette. Lafayette beat Mercer County a couple
exactly
weeks
right.
ago.
By 18 points.
And the number 1 team.
Yeah, Mercer was 24-0 going into that game.
Yeah.
And not lost a game out of the 12th region. How about that? The draw show a few weeks ago at WKYT, 11th and 12th to draw each other the first game on Wednesday night.
Yeah. And tie up and on alternate possession, the ball goes to Lafayette there on the out of bounds.
That was great hustle by Greenup.
Yep.
Cameron Greenup tied up Dunbar on that one. 5:40 to go first half. 25-17. Lafayette by 8. And they've got big Ross Jenkins and Harrison Lane getting a nice rest on the bench because Watkins and Cameron Greenup and DeCarpenter have come in and played so well off that bench. Jenkins penetrates, cut off by Will, hands it over to Carpenter. In the corner, here's Powell, a high arcing 3, and air ball pulled out of there by Dontel Brown. He gets to Tavion. Here comes Tavion down the lane, right side, put it up and in, and they will count the basket for Tavion Hollingsworth, and the foul's going to be on Jenkins.
Bad shot at the other end by Lafayette. Gary leads to a run-out layup by Hollingsworth.
Hollingsworth with 10 points now. He's got double figures. Donnie, in your estimation, what does Tavion need to do to improve his game to make sure that he's one of the best players in the state next year as a senior?
Well, Gary, I don't know if he needs to improve his
Maybe
game
get a
that
little
much.
bigger?
Yeah, just get a little bulk on him. But you know what? He's a kid he's a wiry kid that's strong, that's quick, can jump. He shoots the ball real well. He's I think if I'm a college coach, I'm looking at him as that 2 guard.
Yep.
Because he can shoot the ball well enough and he can also handle it well enough. Maybe not at the point guard level, but at the 2 guard level, I'd like him.
He leads everybody with 11 points.
Smart kid, intelligent on the basketball floor.
Got caught up in the air, didn't he, Coach?
Yep. Turnover for Lafayette. Starting to make a little turnovers right now.
5 minutes to go, first half. Tavion Hollingsworth for Dunbar. In the middle of Darius Williams. He goes to the basket, blocked away by Ross Jenkins and pulled out of there by Chris Wharton. Wharton wanting to push it down the middle. Wharton, and he is going to be fouled as he tried to go to the basket.
I think 20 got the foul.
And now you got Ross Jenkins and Lane back in there for Lafayette.
The turnovers. Lafayette's got 5, and Dunbar has 6 right now, Gary. So
that foul went on the other Brown. We talked so much about Dontel. That went on Jordan Brown. 4:46. 16 fouls now against Dunbar, and rattled in there on the free throw for Wharton. 26-20. Lafayette by 6. Second rolls up. Nice rebound there by Brown. Brown has 5 rebounds now. Jordan Brown gives over to Tavion Hollingsworth. 4 minutes, 30 seconds to go. First half, 26-20. Lafayette leading Dunbar. 43rd District title game. To the basket, up and in by Darius Williams.
Found the seam in the zone on the side, just drove it right into the lane with a little pull-up, little one-hand runner.
Like you said, Coach, he is so good at taking that ball to the basket. Really, almost all these Dunbar players are so good at taking it to the, and they know what to do with them when they get to the rim. They finish. around that rim. 26-22, 4:04 to go first half. Lafayette in the white with the red and Dunbar in the black with the red. To the basket, backing out of there, Jalen Jenkins. I like this young man. He handles himself well out there.
He's doing a nice job penetrating. If he doesn't have it, he pulls it back out. Let's try something again. It's almost gone to like a sort of a semi-stall situation from Lafayette.
Harrison Lane, open, dumps it down low to Greenup, and he lost a handle on it. He was trying to dump it over in the corner, but as he tried to pass it, he lost the handle on it out of bounds. It really wasn't a great pass by Harrison, to be quite frank about it. 26-22. Lafayette on top of Dunbar here in front of a packed house. They had this, matter of fact, over and back is going to be called on Mr. Kelly, Justin Kelly.
He made it look bad, Gary, but the ball never made it to the other side, and you have to have both ball and feet. So I don't know if it was over and back.
He didn't realize that, though, did he?
No.
So,
the official didn't, so I don't know if he missed that one, we'll say. Well,
could have been.
Evidently he didn't miss it because that's what he called.
Harrison Lane open from three in front of the Dunbar bench off the iron. No, rebounded by Tavion Hollingsworth. He's got Williams to his left. Hollingsworth takes it himself. It's going to be fouled, and that foul, I believe, is going to be against Chris Wharton. That'll be 5 fouls against. No, they called it on Jenkins, excuse me. That's 2 on him, 5 on the team. But it was a shooting situation anyway for Tavion Hollingsworth. Hollingsworth leads everybody, as we said, with 11 points, has 3 rebounds. Make that 12 points. And also, let's look at some of the other numbers. 6 turnovers by Lafayette, 7 turnovers by Dunbar.
Points off turnovers. Dunbar has 6, and Generals have 7 points off turnovers.
Tavion knocked them both down. He is pretty smooth and consistent at that line, too, isn't he, Don?
Yep. And, he's just a good.
He's a solid player.
He's solid fundamentally on his shot and how he handles the ball, everything.
Lafayette led by 6, but 4 unanswered here by Dunbar. It's a 2-point game. Falling down, throwing it right to Kelly.
Out of control.
Dunbar can tie it up here or take the lead with a 3. Kelly deep in the corner. Goes back out to Tavion Hollingsworth. 2:54 in the first half. Lafayette 26, Dunbar 24. Gary Ball, Donnie Atkins, and William Warfield, our producer here on the King of Stream, we call him, the King of Stream.
And the 10-point lead that Lafayette had at one time, Gary,
evaporated.
2.
Left side it goes,
nope.
And that shot is rolls off there, rebounded by Ross Jenkins on the miss by Brown, and let's see what the call is here.
Jump ball.
Got a scrum going on, and the possession arrow favoring Dunbar.
Good hustle by players, a good hustle by the officials to get in there and make the call so nobody gets hurt in that situation.
Since Central, they're playing their district championship tonight against Southern.
Yep.
I believe Franklin County is playing their title game tonight against Woodford County in boys action.
Madison Central is a very good team.
Yes.
Madison Central beat Dunbar early in the year.
Yeah. Bad pass, but Lane wasn't looking. Darius Williams tracked it down. Williams, about an 18-footer, jumps it. No, he jumped it over to Hollingsworth. He backs up. Over to Kelly. He lines it up, and it's off the iron. No. And there's Ross Jenkins with a rebound that, really didn't have to do much to get the rebound.
Nope.
Jenkins open from 15, turns, front of the iron, no. Battles for it. Kelly there. There's Greenup trying to track it down, and he does, but Dontel Brown for Dunbar hands it off. Now to the basket, high pass over the head of Hollingsworth. Give it back to Lafayette. 1:57 in the first half. 26-24. Lafayette by 2 in front of a packed house.
Basically 2 turnovers in a row for Dunbar, Gary.
Yep. 1:55 in the first half. Pass in the middle to Big Ross. Ross jumps it over now to Wharton. Wharton back out on Hollingsworth. Lane setting up. He has Justin Kelly on him. Low block to Ross Jenkins. Jenkins is kind of that relief valve there.
Had a back door cut.
Sure
wide
did.
Open.
Carpenter didn't sing. To the basket. Ball on the floor, and Justin Kelly sees it. Tracks it down. Darius Williams, 1:25. So this is the third attempt that Dunbar's had to either tie this game, Donnie Atkins, or taking the lead with a 3. 1:17. First half action. Clark. Nice pass from Williams, and Brown with the finish.
Got the ball in the high post area against the zone. That's where you want to get it. Then turn and look down low. Man was open on the baseline for an easy basket.
Great jump pass. Carpenter Over to Greenup, baseline. Greenup throws it up, off the iron, no. There's Ross Jenkins clearing the offensive glass, out the lane. He's going to line up the three. Back of the rim, no. And picked up by Kelly again. Here's going to be the official
stepped out of bounds.
said he stepped out.
Yep.
Let's look at Kelly. He has Justin Kelly. How many rebounds? With no rebounds. That's incorrect. We know he's had 2 just in the last couple of minutes.
Yeah. Maybe they haven't updated yet for us on the WL stats. Just hadn't updated our computer right now.
26 all with 35 seconds. And, Coach, if you're Lafayette, do you take the last
one.
shot?
Oh, yeah.
Playing one.
Playing one.
You're going to either be tied or take the lead in the locker room.
Exactly. I mean, you've played a great half. You've been up and down the floor. Gary, when you think about it, what did Lafayette have? 21. They scored 5 points this quarter.
Right. Down to 17 seconds, 26 all, Lafayette Dunbar. Here on PrepSpin. Check out all the 11th region and the Scholastic Ball Report tomorrow at noon on the CW. Carpenter in the lane on Brown. Carpenter, and Brown says no. Not tonight.
It's all right. Challenge, make him do it.
Yeah.
You might get a foul, you might get you might get the layup, so you challenge.
Powell comes in because, of course, we know he can knock down the three with 4.9 seconds. You can see the crowd on the high-definition camera. It is a packed house in here at Lafayette. This is one of the biggest crowds I've seen in here. Jenkins way out top to Powell. He lets a long three go, and it's off the mark. And we go to the locker rooms, and it is Lafayette 26, Dunbar 26.
How we started the game.
That's
all
exactly
knotted up,
right.
all tied.
Nobody's ahead. It's 26 all. We'll come back here with halftime with Coach Donnie Atkins and William Warfield here. We'll be back here with halftime after this timeout.
By the numbers, Whitaker Bank loves the Kentucky communities we serve.
Whitaker Bank supports 496 Kentucky schools.
Over 282,000 students benefit from Whitaker Bank's Kentucky education initiatives.
Whitaker Bank has contributed almost $441,000 to education programs for the advancement of Kentucky's youth.
We share your passion, Kentucky.
Love the bank that loves you back.
Whitaker Bank is uniquely Kentucky.
At Central Bank, we like to call ourselves your friendly neighborhood financial experts because we get to help an entire community of customers achieve their financial dreams. So whether you're opening a checking account or buying your first home, you've got a team of local experts to coach you all the way.
Wow.
See what 70 years of experience can do for your financial future with Central Bank.
How many times are you going to drive off with those things?
Official bank of UK Athletics.
Hi, I'm Lee, and I'm happy with my smile. And I'm other Lee, and I ain't happy with my smile. I went to White, Greer, and Maggard, and they fixed my smile for me. And I never smile, and that's why I'm having some alone time here at dinner. I love that I can go to White, Greer, and Maggard with all my questions. And I love that I don't have to brush my teeth at night. Don't be like this, me. Go to White, Greer, and Maggard for a picture-perfect smile.
At Raising Cane's, we believe in one love. But creating one love is no simple task. Everything has to be served hot and fresh, not just hot. We use only 100% premium chicken tenderloins for a 0% chance of leftovers. We insist on the best ingredients for our fries, like potatoes. And, well, we can keep talking quality, or you can just eat it. Raising Cane's, one love.
Visit us today at one of our 6 Lexington area locations.
And we're back here at halftime. Gary Ball, I'm joined by Kyle Sutton, athletic trainer. You are the athletic trainer for Dunbar, right?
Yeah, that's correct.
Let's talk about what's coming up in March. It's National Athletic Training Month, and what do you guys do to get prepared for that?
I think it's just something to kind of market ourselves and let everyone know what exactly it is that we do for these athletes around here and at each school.
Darius Williams the other night had a little bit of a collision. what was it, nose? Something to it? He
Yeah,
had a bloody
just
nose?
just a little bloody nose there, and I think just scared him more than anything.
What's it been like for you watching this Dunbar team? I mean, it's such a good team. They've been ranked number 1 in the state at a big chunk of this season, and they're a quality team. They're headed to the regional tournament, regardless of what they do tonight. But what's it been like for you as the athletic trainer?
It's pretty exciting. I'm new here in Kentucky. I just moved here from Ohio, so basketball is a big deal here.
Oh, yeah.
So it is exciting.
Football's a big deal up there.
Football is a big deal there, but basketball here is exciting. Got a group of good guys. Luckily, no injuries so far. Hope to keep that going, and like I said, keep the excitement going.
What's it like working with the coaching staff there at Dunbar?
Coaching staff in all sports at Dunbar have been wonderful to work with. Very respectful for what we do, and kind of listen to us for advice, and we kind of work well together.
Let's talk about what you are when you're, say, trainer for a game. What are you looking for? I mean, obviously, if anybody acts like they tweak something, do you bring them over at the first availability and timeout or whatever and talk to them about it? How's that work?
Yeah, a lot of people ask, I'm just watching the game, but I really don't see much of the game. It's more paying attention to each player, what they're doing, look for facial expressions, look for anything that someone might not see kind of down low, and when they come over or sub out, get them going.
Well, I tell you what, as I always say, if you want to stay in the game, you need to hang with the folks at UK Sports Medicine. They have been sponsored. I do a TV show, the Ball Report.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you guys are a big sponsor of that. We had you on that show yet?
Not yet. I've been told I'm up in the rotation
You're
here
coming.
soon.
You're getting out there soon.
All
Probably
right.
in March we'll get you out
All
there.
right.
But anyway, you guys have been a big part of that. And I'll say this, as I always say, if you want to stay in the game, okay, see the folks at and you got the walk-in clinic too, and what a great location over there at Turf Mall you got now.
Yeah, brand new facility. Like I said, I wasn't at the old one, but this one it's very nice.
What's your background? Where did you go to high school and college, so forth?
I am from Lima, Ohio. Went to Lima Central Catholic High School.
Well.
Then got my undergrad athletic training degree at Ohio State, and my
Buckeye.
my master's degree in applied exercise science at Oklahoma State.
Wow. So Ohio State, Oklahoma State,
yeah,
and by way of Lima Catholic, right?
Yep, absolutely.
I almost said Lima Senior. That's not a good thing to say.
No, big rival.
But you do a great job. We appreciate you joining us here. Keep up the good work, and of course, we'll see you over at Eastern Kentucky for the 11th Region Tournament.
I'll be there
next week. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
That's Kyle Sutton, the athletic trainer for Dunbar, joining us here tonight from UK Sports Medicine. We'll step out, come back with some first half numbers from Donnie Atkins, the former coach of Lafayette. We'll be back after this.
All S, all P, all O, R, T, S Sports. Pick it up at all sports. Pick it up at all sports.
In Fayette Mall on Facebook and Twitter, locally owned and operated since 1972.
At Central Bank, we like to call ourselves your friendly neighborhood financial experts because we get to help an entire community of customers achieve their financial dreams. So whether you're opening a checking account or buying your first home, you've got a team of local experts to coach you all the way.
Wow.
See what 70 years of experience can do for your financial future with Central Bank.
How many times are you going to drive off with those things?
Official bank of UK Athletics. Future with Central Bank.
How many times are you going to drive off with those things?
Official bank of UK Athletics.
And we're back here to look at the first half numbers with Donnie Atkins, Gary Ball, and William Warfield. from PrepSpin. Catch all the 11th region basketball girls action. The draws tomorrow. I'll be there. The girls draws at 10, the boys at 11 over at Alumni Coliseum on the campus of Eastern. The girls regional gets underway Monday night. They'll have girls games Monday and Tuesday, boys games Wednesday, Thursday, girls semifinals Friday, boys semifinals Saturday. Girls championship scheduled for Saturday night if they go with the format they usually go with. And then the boys final will be Tuesday night, March 8th.
Monday night.
Oh, they're going to play
Monday night.
Gotcha.
It'll be Monday, Tuesday for the girls. Then the boys will play Wednesday, Thursday. Boys will come back and play Friday. Semifinals on Saturday. The girls semifinals on Friday. Finals on Saturday.
Okay.
Is the proposal.
Gotcha. That'll be, of course, you can check out the Herald Leader too, but check all the games out right here on PrepSpin of the 11th Region Tournament. And, Coach, I know our stat monitor is a little discombobulated here, but give us some numbers there real quickly from that first half.
Well, Gary, I think the first thing I look at is the rebounds. They're pretty even. It's 13-12. So, and then what comes down to me, if I look at it as a stat sheet as a coach, is the shooting percentage. You know, Dunbar's 9 of 20. Lafayette's 10 of 23. So, and then from the foul line, I think Lafayette's 4 of 6. And Dunbar 7 of 8. There's your ball game. You're tied at 26. Pretty even game. It's just right now shooting percentage of Dunbar is a little bit lower than Lafayette's.
Yeah, 13 points by Tavion Hollingsworth. He leads everybody in the first half. 26 alls. We'll start the second half. And for Lafayette, it'll be Ross Jenkins, Harrison Lane. It will be Chris Wharton. It will be Eric Powell. And the fifth starter for Lafayette will be Jalen Jenkins. It'll be Lewis, Tavion Hollingsworth, Williams, Dontel Brown, Justin Kelly.
And Lafayette's ball to start the second half.
Yep. And Harrison Lane will put it in play. Gets it in now to Powell. Back tapped and knocked out of bounds. It'll go back to Lafayette.
Powell's a sophomore. Has to be a little bit more careful with the basketball in his hands.
Did hit a big three out of the corner in that first half for Lafayette. Powell stops, looking for Ross Jenkins. Backing in, Jenkins hook shot and knocked it down. Nice, Ross Jenkins.
2 dribbles, quick shot, right to the basket. Nice shot.
So Jenkins now, that was the first basket of the game for Big Ross, who averages 17 points, 11 rebounds a game. Hollingsworth with 13 in that, working in on Lane. Going down low to Brown. Brown lost a handle on it, and it went off of Williams, it looks like it'll go to Lafayette. They lead 28-26 on the Ross Jenkins hook shot down low. And obviously in the locker room they said, hey, we got a 6'6" kid in there that's, a pretty good player. Let's find him. He wears Dan Issel's number. You might as well use him.
All right, there he is at the high post. Kind of release.
Wharton across the line. Boy, Dan Issel was a player, wasn't he?
Ooh,
goodness gracious. They say he might have been Adolph Rupp's all-time favorite player.
He played.
Jenkins kicks it over to Wharton. Wharton looking. Looks at that Dunbar zone.
Yeah, Dunbar's gone back to man-to-man, Gary.
They have.
Matching up hard.
Came out of that matchup, didn't they? 28-26.
Just depends on, they're watching shooters.
Jenkins knocks it down. Jalen Jenkins makes it 30-26 Generals.
And they're going to let him penetrate up in there and take that little jump shot, looks like.
Here's Williams, a long three,
short.
off the iron, no. Nice rebound by Ross Jenkins. Lafayette had the toughest road to get here. Of course, they had to knock off Lexington Catholic the other night in the 4-5 game, or the 2-3 game.
2-3 game,
yep. Jenkins trying to go to lane and lost a handle on it. Turn it over to Dunbar.
Penetrating too far down that side, get yourself in trouble.
LCA was playing well too, but Dunbar handled them by 71-57. Lewis hands to Hollingsworth out top, three-pointer no-go, and rebounded by Williams off glass, no. Williams taps, and we're going to have an over-the-back call.
On Brown.
Yep, on Big Dontel.
Just battling for position, just got it, but kind of knocked some people out of the way on the way.
Second foul on Brown. First team foul of the second half. Lafayette leads 30-26. Dunbar has yet to score here in the second half. We played a minute 55 timeout, couldn't get it in bounds.
Lafayette takes a team timeout. We'll take a 30-second timeout.
So that'll give us an opportunity to tell you about some things coming up. The Scholastic Ball Report tomorrow at noon on the CW. plastic ball court. Sutherland Chevrolet Drive of the Week tomorrow. Also, Madison Central, our Team of the Week. Matter of fact, Coach Feldhouse named by the coaches 11th Region Coach of the Year.
Yep, well deserved.
He brought all 5 seniors to the show, so all 5 seniors will be on. And our scholar is Blake Benson. He's 4.0, and he's also a star tennis player, basketball player at Model School over in Richmond. And then our feature, Coach Atkins, is on that great Hazard Perry County Central game that went into 4 overtimes.
Yeah.
One of the classic games of all time. That's the feature tomorrow. And, of course, we got highlights from all these great district championships.
And Gary, on our show tonight, WLAP on the scoreboard show, we're interviewing Coach Hoskins. Got Coach Hoskins going to talk to him about that game.
Absolutely. That'd be great. What time are you having him on?
He's on the first segment. I think it's 10:20.
All righty. I'll try to check that out. 30-26. Orton goes deep in the corner. Looking for Jenkins.
Just
Stripped
away from
stolen
him.
by Darius Williams. He falls down.
Foul.
And, we got a foul before he's tripped. And Clayton Brooks right there to make the call, and it's going to go on Jalen Jenkins.
Again, the sophomore at the other end, Gary, just gives it up. Just not strong enough with the basketball and traffic down there.
Jalen, by the way, Jenkins has picked up his 3rd foul. See if that'll be a factor. Kelly swings it around to Hollingsworth. Backs it back out. He's working on Jenkins over to Darius Williams. Williams penetrates right side. Ball knocked away.
Foul.
And we're going to have a quick whistle or a foul called.
Calling it on number 1.
Called that on Powell.
Foul on Powell. His second.
2 on Powell. So Powell 2. Jenkins 3 now, Coach.
Yep.
5:36. Lafayette 30-26 over Dunbar. Dunbar ranked very high this year, highly regarded. Here's Hollingsworth with the basket. They won the Lexington Catholic Traditional Bank Tournament, beat Trinity, and boy, that really opened a lot of eyes around the state, didn't it?
Yes, it did, Gary.
Because that was a great tournament.
He went down. Coach Scott, I think, played in the Coach Chalk played in the King of the Bluegrass.
He played in that Marshall Hoop Fest as well.
Yes.
Here is a Lewis steal, but he can't tightrope it on the sideline. Almost ran into the coach over there, Scott Chalk. Darius had that collision the other night with
in the Lexington Christian game.
Yeah, with the Hill kid, but they called an intentional foul, and he had a bloody nose. 30-28.
Sometimes on an intentional foul, it's not the intent of the foul sometimes, but it could be the intensity of the foul.
In that case, I think it was.
Yeah.
Blocked by Brown. They lead it out to Dontel. Brown, and he reverses it up and in from Darius Williams. 30-all, we're tied. 4:40 to go in the 3rd quarter. Gary Ball, Donnie Atkins, and William Warfield here on PrepSpin.
Lafayette game back tied, going to a little set play. We've got a foul on a hold here.
That's a grab. I think they called that on Kelly.
Yep.
Foul on Kelly. His second.
That's 2 on Kelly.
Team second.
Second team foul. Both teams have 2 team fouls. We have 4:31. Darren Douglas just gave us an update early in the 3rd. Woodford leads Franklin County 33-30 in the 41st district. That's important because, of course, those 2 teams move on to the regional at EKU next week as well. Harrison Lane into the lane, dribbling the ball, and it's going to be a jump ball called. The possession area will give it to Dunbar.
And right now, turnovers hurting Lafayette, Gary.
You know who's playing really good basketball right now? I don't have to tell you, Coach Atkins. Henry Clay.
Yes, they are. Yeah.
Beat Scott County Scott County.
To go to Scott County and beat them.
Yes.
And just talking to Coach Brown not last night, but Wednesday night over here in the game, we were talking just what he thought he had to do to beat them over there. And in the first game over there, he had them beat early going into the 4th quarter and then just made some turnovers.
I wonder if he told you he'd get 33 from Tisdale and 31 from Leander Ridgeway.
He didn't say that.
64 points from those 2 superstars. Here's Hollingsworth to the basket, hanging, scoring.
Nice little weave move out front, little handoff, and a drive to the basket right down the lane.
32-30. Hollingsworth now with 15. Lane the other way, has it stolen by Lewis. Lewis picked his pocket. Here's Lewis down the middle of the floor. Angling right side, 3:39. 32-30, Dunbar by 2. Hollingsworth, deep, thought about it, goes to Darius Williams. He'll shoot it from deep 3. Long rebound out there. Pulled down by Lafayette's Powell to the basket, and it's going to be a basket that'll count and a foul. What a great job by Warden to take it against one of the best basketball players in the state. Darius Williams, a Mr. Basketball candidate.
I tell you what, he just did a nice job of taking it right up there strong to the basket. Using his body to protect the ball and went right at it.
We are tied at 32. Somewhere on that discombobulated stat sheet, it'll tell us how many ties we've had tonight, I believe, as it reshuffles. But we've had a bunch of them.
Yep.
Looking forward to the 11th region tournament next week at Easter. Free throw good there for Chris Wharton.
Turnovers. Lafayette has 12. Dunbar 10.
Carpenter comes in for Lafayette and replaces Jenkins. 3:20 in the third. 33-32. Lafayette by 1. To the basket. And Tavion Hollingsworth has it stripped out of there. Lane throws it back to Carpenter. I'm not sure he might have been going back to Ross, but Carpenter to the basket. Strong. Carpenter left hand, no. Rebounded by Dontel Brown. And
they push it. They've got numbers 4-on-2.
Right side. Lewis cut off there by Cameron Greenup, who checked in. Now they hand it to Lewis. Gets a pick from Brown. Lewis skips it in the corner. Jordan Brown lines up the three. Good.
First time Dunbar's been up for a little bit, Gary. It's back in the first quarter.
35-33 on the Brown. Deep three. 2:32 to go. Timeout by Coach Mendenhall.
30-second timeout.
30-second timeout. And thanks again to UK Sports Medicine for joining us at halftime. White, Greer, and Maggard. Raising Cane's Chicken, One Love, Whitaker Bank. We've had a few Whitaker Bank shots so far, haven't we?
We have.
UK's Central Bank, Bob Roberts Insurance, Sutherland Chevrolet Drive of the Week, Sutherland Chevrolet. Don't text and drive, high school kids from Sutherland Chevrolet. You know that's important. You know, phones, turn them off. You don't need them when you're in the car. No, turn them off.
Turn them off.
Definitely don't text and drive.
Gary, I know you talked to Kyle at the halftime. We are so fortunate in Fayette County to have our contact with Kentucky Sports Medicine and have our trainers in our high schools.
Yes.
The Board of Education made that decision a long, long time ago, and we're very fortunate to have that working relationship with them.
Oh, yeah, Jenny Williams, all the athletic trainers at UK Sports Medicine do a terrific job. They're fabulous. Cameron Greenup in backcourt in trouble and trying to get it across the line. He does. Working on Brown. 35-33, Dunbar by 2. Lafayette getting it down to Ross Jenkins. He hooks it, and it rolls in there. Tough shot by Ross Jenkins, who's trying to assert himself a little bit more with physicality here in the second half. And Ross Jenkins now with 4 points, 5 rebounds. We're tied at 35. That's got to be at least our 6th tie.
Yeah.
Lewis goes in a lane, little floater, rolls in there. Hit the back of the rim, and Clunk went through for him.
Got that roll.
37-35, and that's going to be a grab on Kelly, I believe.
It's smart on Harrison Lane's part. He goes in there and allows his arm to get tangled in the other player's arm and gets the foul called.
He's got a pretty good basketball IQ, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Lane bounces over now to Chris Wharton. And Wharton will work it across very slowly. Minute 42, 37-35. Bulldogs by 2, leading the Generals here from the 43rd District Championship. Wharton puts down the dribble. Working on Tavion Wharton into the paint. Kicks it over to Greenup. Down low to Ross Jenkins. Good catch with the left hand. Back out to Greenup. Lets the three go. Bullseye. Big three.
Big basket.
Yeah, huge by Greenup. Gives the lead back to Lafayette, 38-37 with 1:12 to go in the third quarter.
He made a big basket against Lexington Catholic.
Sure did.
Gary.
Greenup's been huge in this district.
You have to have that one player that comes off your bench, gives you that little, jolt of offense or defensive, puts a stopper, gets a big rebound. He's done that 2 times in a row now.
Dontel Brown from Jordan Brown gives it over to Kelly. Kelly calling Lewis back out, down 49 seconds to go, third, 38.
Play one here.
38-37. We'll have all the 11th region beginning Monday here on PrepSpin, girls and boys action from Eastern Kentucky University. And it looks like Dunbar is going to take the last shot here in this third quarter.
Going to take it. you want the last shot of the quarter. You don't, unless you've got a layup, you want the last shot of the quarter, not something that Lafayette has the opportunity to catch and get it down the floor and get a shot off. So you want to take that shot with 2 seconds. At least you got a tip maybe for a rebound putback.
Down to 14 seconds. Wait till it gets down there. Wait till it gets down under 10. And it is down under 10 now. Let's see.
Should start.
Lewis now moving toward the basket. 6 over to Kelly. A long 3 by Kelly. Off the iron, no. Tapped up, no. And Lafayette grabs it. And we head to the final quarter. And Lafayette will take a 1-point lead into the fourth, 38-37. We'll return here with the final quarter from the 43rd District Championship in front of a packed house. The fire marshals closed the doors. They say there's tons of people outside that couldn't get in. Hopefully they know the game's on PrepSpin.com.
That's right.
Watch it there. We'll be back here to the 43rd after this.
By the numbers, Whitaker Bank loves the Kentucky communities we serve.
Whitaker Bank supports 496 Kentucky schools.
Over 282,000 students benefit from Whitaker Bank's Kentucky education initiatives.
Whitaker Bank has contributed almost $441,000 to education programs for the advancement of Kentucky's youth.
We share your passion, Kentucky.
Love the bank that loves you back.
Whitaker Bank is uniquely Kentucky.
Back here with Donnie Atkins, Gary Ball, William Warfield here, final quarter of action. It is 38-37. And, of course, looking at some numbers from this game. How about Lafayette? 15 of 30 now from the field. That's 50%. Dunbar, 14 of 31. Rebounding, tied at 16.
Tied at 16, yeah. It's turnovers and points off turnovers, Gary.
Jenkins works it across for Lafayette, goes to Harrison Lane. Bounces down low, knocked away by Brown. Brown on the floor, saves it into Harrison Lane of Lafayette. Gives back to Jenkins. Back over to Lane, fakes, lines up the 3. Back of the rim, no. Green up there tracking it down for Lafayette. Good job by Cameron. Over to Carpenter, deep in the corner with Darius Williams on him. Back to Jenkins. He has Vince Clark defensively with that assignment. Lafayette in the white, Dunbar in the black. Fourth quarter action, 38-37. Champion of the 43rd District on the line here tonight at Lafayette. Former Lafayette coach Donnie Atkins. Great to have you alongside tonight, Coach.
Gary, really enjoyed it. It's been fun. And I tell you what, this is a great high school basketball game tonight.
And big time atmosphere. Cameron Greenup, he's been big tonight. Jenkins put his leg out there a little bit. Kind of let the defender know, hey, get off of me. Jenkins puts it down under 7 minutes now in the game, 38. Jenkins into the paint, crossing over, throws it up, no. There's Ross Jenkins, and he puts it up and in.
Nice job by the big man, following up that shot, putting it back.
Williams quickly the other way, might have got out with the wall. Greenup comes out of there with it. Greenup, and I think Williams is going to grab him.
That's a little frustration foul because he thought he was fouled on the shot.
Yeah, he did. He's going to talk to the official and say, you know, what happened to the foul on my end? We're going to get a timeout. I think Coach Shaw wants to settle him down a little bit. Yeah. 6:42 to go in the game. It's 40-37. Lafayette by 3. And we'll return here. We'll keep it right here. And Coach, the district championship last night, Henry Clay knocked off Scott County 85-77. Daniel Brown doing just a terrific job. I believe that was their 26th win last night for Henry Clay.
Yes. You know, we got Scott County, Henry Clay, Lafayette, Dunbar, Lexington Catholic. In the 11th region, you had at least 6 or 7 teams in the top 20 all year long.
Yeah, that'll be a great. Some people think the 11th region tournament most of the time is better than the Sweet 16.
Yeah.
And hard to argue with that.
That's right.
So
I tell you what. First of all, we need to, I think, just give big kudos to Mike McKinney, the AD here at Lafayette, and his people and his booster organizations, both girls and boys booster clubs, for putting this tournament on and doing an excellent job with it this week.
They really have. They've done a terrific job. We've been here all week. We have covered every game of this 43rd, all boys, all girls games of this 43rd district, and that is 8 games, a total of 8 games, and we'll be over for the 11th region and do a total of 14 games, boys and girls, beginning Monday night.
Isn't it fun?
Oh, it's the best time of the year. High school tournament time in the Bluegrass.
Lafayette taking it out, 3/4 court, going against that
Donnie,
press.
the road to Rupp, we call it.
Yes, it is.
Full court press, and Jenkins He comes back and bails him out, gives it to Jalen. He'll work it across on Tavion Hollingsworth. 40-37.
Everybody trying to get a trip to the big house, Gary.
Absolutely. They'll get a trip to the Alumni Coliseum. Both of them, all these districts will announce those 8 teams. Here's Jenkins.
Oh,
reverse.
nice
What a
move.
shot on
Oh.
goal. Boy, what a great move there by
my goodness.
Jalen Jenkins. Just couldn't get it to roll for him. And rebound there by Dontel Brown.
Lafayette going to a 2-3 zone right now. Going to try to keep Dunbar outside a little bit.
Here are the 8 teams that have punched their ticket. These 2 pass in the middle. Pass to Brown, thrown away by Carpenter. Of course, Lafayette and Dunbar punched their ticket. Scott County, Henry Clay, Franklin County, Woodford County, and Central and Southern. All those 8 teams will be in the boys 11th region tournament that gets underway Wednesday night at Alumni Coliseum. 5:50 to go in this one. 40-37, Lafayette by 3. Harrison Lane, of course, the son of great coach Brian Lane at Trancey and grandson of Don Lane. Bounce pass Carpenter. Goes into the paint, dumps it to Ross Street. What great hands by Brown. On the floor diving as Williams. He gets it out now to Lewis. 3-on-2. Lewis to scoot, no. Tapped up, no. And Dontel Brown there paddling. And yeah, somebody reached in there on big Dontel. I mean, you just don't take the ball away from that easy.
Be Dunbar's ball out underneath their basket.
Fellow Jawante Carpenter, his first.
Jawante Carpenter picked it up. That's his first. Team's 5th. Team's 3rd, excuse me. 5 against Dunbar. 5:18 to go in this one. In front of a packed house here. 43rd District Championship. Even Media Row over there is packed.
Yes, sir.
I see Buzz Baker over there. Second on the end.
Channel 13 of Fair County Schools.
Yeah.
Broadcasting
Dick Simpson
and Mike Fannin.
Mike Fannin, they do a great job. Here's Williams, and got the 3. We are tied. Darius Williams with a cool, calm, and collected 3.
That's his first 3 of the night.
Yeah.
So 1 for 5 outside the arc.
So Williams now with 9 points. We're tied at 40, 4:45 to play. Ross Jenkins has been much more of a factor here in the second half with 6 points. Over to Harrison Lane. Back to Ross Jenkins. And
timeout.
Mike Mendel wants a timeout, a full timeout with 4:34 to go here in the game. And it's 40 all here. And we'll step out here on PrepSpin and pay some bills. We'll be back here to the 43rd District after this timeout.
Hi, I'm Lee, and I'm happy with my smile. And I'm other Lee, and I ain't happy with my smile. I went to White, Greer, and Maggard, and they fixed my smile for me. And I never smile, and that's why I'm having some alone time here at dinner. I love that I can go to White, Greer, and Maggard with all my questions. And I love that I don't have to brush my teeth at night. Don't be like this, me. Go to White, Greer, and Maggard for a picture-perfect smile.
At Raising Cane's, we believe in one love. But creating one love is no simple task. Everything has to be served hot and fresh, not just hot. We use only 100% premium chicken tenderloins for a 0% chance of leftovers. We insist on the best ingredients for our fries, like potatoes. And, well, we can keep talking quality, or you can just eat it. Raising Cane's, one love.
Visit us today at one of our
Final from the girls' 44th district over in Richmond. Madison Central beat Madison Southern 46-42. And there's a good follow-up there. I believe that was Wharton, wasn't it?
Wharton, yes.
Yeah.
Nice move to the baseline.
Yeah, I saw big Ross Jenkins there, but I believe it was Wharton who finished that one. 42-40. Lafayette 2-point lead with 4:15 to play. Stay tuned after the game for the postgame show. Hollingsworth to the basket won't go, and rebounded by Kelly. Kelly in trouble.
Got his man open.
Tries to throw it off Ross Jenkins and was able to do that. He's calling for Tavion to come help him, and so is Coach Chalker saying, Tavion, come help out your teammate. Come to the ball. 4:03.
Guy will stand up back there. I was open, Coach. I was open. Yeah, but he had his back turned to you.
That's right. Didn't see you. Tavion in the corner to Kelly.
And there he is.
Down to Dontel Brown. He was wanting to post up on Ross Jenkins. Under 4 minutes to go in this one, and Lafayette 42, Dunbar 40. Gary Ball, Donnie Atkins, and William Moorfield on PrepSpin. Williams a long 3, and off the eye, rebounded by Dontel Brown over Jenkins. Over goes to Hollingsworth. Baseline. Dumps it to Brown. Picked up by Lewis. Little floater off glass. No good.
Williams.
Stuck back up and in by Darius Williams. It's 11 now for him. We're tied at 42.
3 minutes and 20 seconds to go. Ooh, bad pass. Almost a turnover there.
Getting texts from folks that think we need a shot clock in high school basketball. Said they're enjoying
Nice
the game.
move.
Greenham
Oh.
shot won't go. Dontel Brown.
Oh, nice move.
Out of the corner. Tavion knocks it down. It's a three. Tavion Hollingsworth. 45-42. Big time three by Hollingsworth. 2:57 to play. Crowd is backdoor.
Nice.
Jenkins grabs it, put it up, missed it. Some contact, no call. Ross thought he was fouled. It's a big body there. There was some contact.
Got to make that one.
Yeah, still got. He was point blank, wasn't he, Coach?
Yes.
Kelly with Dunbar directing traffic, wants some help, gives it over to Darius Williams.
Timeout.
And we're going to have a timeout. 2:33. The big shot by Tavion Hollingsworth out of the left corner. Jordan Lewis comes over, gets him a chest bump, and I tell you what, he's been doing that all season.
Yeah. Talking to Coach Chalk early in the year, that sometimes he is afraid. Sometimes that junior who's got a senior in front of him that's playing very well doesn't want to overstep his boundaries, and he's afraid to step forward and do that. He has done a great job this year accepting his role and scoring when he can and scoring when he needs to for his team.
And midway through the fourth, 50-45, Franklin County leading Woodford.
Yeah.
So midway through, but Tony Wise, of course, the fine young coach over there at Franklin County. He's got his ball club back in a regional tournament. Of course, Diablo Stewart, that little point guard's pretty good. He's got over there. Princess Stewart, his sister's the leading scorer on that Franklin County Lady Flyers team. And
Daddy played right here.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. And my intern, Rebecca Cook, also outstanding player on that Franklin County Lady Flyers team. 45-42, 2:27 in this contest. And Coach Atkins, how big was that three by Tavion?
Tell you what, gives a little breathing room, and they're going to either kind of hold it out, make Lafayette come and get them and foul them, or they're going to try to split them here in this zone a little bit, catch them falling asleep.
Both teams head to the 11th region next week. And
got a foul on 31 on the drive.
Yeah, William Watkins, who just checked in, grabbed him. And that is only the fourth team foul against Lafayette. So they've got a couple more to give.
Yes.
It's 2:08 to play. 45-42 Dunbar on top of Lafayette. Both teams ranked. Dunbar, what's their ranking now? Third or fourth in the state, something like that?
Yep.
Lafayette about number 20, I believe. Hollingsworth. 20. And there's going to be another foul. It's going to go this time on Chris Wharton. That'll be the 5th team foul. Both teams with 5 team fouls now, Coach Atkins.
We're going to take it out on the side.
Tell you what, this crowd, this atmosphere, this game will get both these teams battle tested for the 11th region next week, won't it?
This is the kind of game you want going into that regional tournament, Gary. Find out how your young men are going to respond to pressure situations.
Hollingsworth. Bump there with the ball is Lewis. Throws it down low to Brown, and what's the call going to be here? Is knocked to the floor is Jenkins, and they're going to say out of bounds. It's going to go to Dunbar.
Brown did a nice job going up and getting that pass that was away from everything. Oh, we got a bloody nose.
Williams. Heads to the sideline again. Remember, he had the collision
the other night
with Hill of Christian. He's got the bloody nose again. So with 1:49 to go in regulation, they're going to give the ball to Dunbar, and they lead 45-42. The difference in this ball game right now is a Tavion Hollingsworth three-pointer out of the left baseline.
Oh, wide open. Nice
Here's
job
a steal by
Jenkins.
Ross Jenkins. Got to get rid of the ball, though. Almost turned it over.
He did.
So Jalen Jenkins works it across the middle of the floor.
Timeout.
Mike Mendenhall, the third wants a time. He's telling the official that's an elbow clear out, too. Calling that, I think he's calling that on Brown. Minute 40 to go here in this game, 45-42. And, Coach, what are the you've been here in this situation many times. What is Coach Mendenhall telling Lafayette, and what is Coach Chalk telling Dunbar?
Well, I think, number one, Lafayette has to get the best shot they can get. They got to try to penetrate, kick, make something happen that way, or just spread out and try to go to the big guy down inside and hope he can get a three-point play on a shot inside and foul. Dunbar, they got down here on the defensive. They just got to keep pressure on the ball, trying to keep Lafayette out away from the basket. Watch a backdoor cut. Just make sure you play solid defense from that standpoint. And then they've got to do, when they get the ball back, they've got to do a better job on their offensive end than they did the last time down.
Both teams advance to the 11th region tournament. For the boys, that gets underway Wednesday night next week. The girls start Monday and play Monday, Tuesday at the 11th region. That'll be played at Alumni Coliseum on the campus of Eastern Kentucky University. You will also have Madison Central there with Madison Southern. You'll also have Henry Clay there with Scott County, and you'll have Franklin County there with Woodford County. Those are your 8 teams that will be playing in that great tournament, the 11th region tournament next week at Easter.
Trying to look, Gary, to see how many timeouts each team has. And I'm not sure. Lafayette doesn't have but maybe 1, and Dunbar maybe 2. So
neither team in the bonus. 5 team fouls. 1:37 to go in regulation. Lafayette has the ball. Down 3 to Dunbar. 45-42. Gary Ball, Donnie Atkins. And there's going to be too much contact, and the foul's going to go on Darius Williams. That'll be his 3rd. That's 3 on Darius. 6 team fouls, so the next foul will put Lafayette, a pretty good free throw shooting team, in the bonus. 1:27. Cameron Greenup's got it on Kelly. Greenup, 1:22. Greenup into the paint area, to the basket, hanging left hand. No, there's Ross Jenkins, cleared out of there by Williams. Williams hands it to Lewis. Now Lane giving full court pressure. Wharton as well. Over to Kelly. Kelly to Hollingsworth. A minute to go.
Timeout.
Timeout with a minute to go. Full timeout for Dunbar. A minute to go, 45-42.
And Gary, what Dunbar has to do now in this situation is they have to continue to attack the basket. If you don't attack the basket, the defense doesn't have to guard it.
Right.
So if you don't continue to try to at least attack the basket and make them guard you going to the lane, you get complacent. You stand back and say, I'm going to hold the ball, hold the ball, hold the ball. On the other hand, Lafayette has to come out, some type of pressure, double team the ball, try to get a steal, try to get a pass made, a bad pass, and shoot the gap and try to get a layup the other end.
And remember, Lafayette has only committed 5 team fouls, so they still got 1 to give before the bonus for Dunbar, so that could be a factor too in this last minute of this 43rd District showdown. Lafayette and Dunbar. Dunbar, at a big chunk of the season, been ranked #1 in the state in almost every poll. Lafayette, to begin the season, was a top 10 team in the state. They jumped out to about a 12-0 record, too.
Somebody needs to get their pom-poms off the floor there, Gary. Yep, there we go.
There she
Cheerleader comes back out.
45-42, Dunbar the lead and the basketball. That's Justin Kelly right there, number 13 to put it in play, one of the best soccer players in the Commonwealth, all-state soccer player and a great student. Gets to Tavion Hollingsworth, the D1 player. And Hollingsworth's going to be fouled quickly by Carpenter. That'll be the 16th foul, so still 1 foul to give.
Take it out over on the other side.
Tavion thinks it's bonus, but still not the bonus. Tavion probably can't believe we're this late in the game and we're not shooting free throws.
Right.
56.9 seconds to go, 45-42. Kelly gives it to Jordan Lewis in backcourt. Double team throws it out to Tavion Hollingsworth. Hollingsworth back over to Lewis, 50 seconds. The corner to Darius Williams, 47 seconds.
Got to come and get it.
And there's going to be a grab there. They're going to foul Lewis and send him to the line. It will be the bonus now with 45.2, Coach.
I don't know what that is, Gary, but we'll just click that off. What do you think?
Yes, sir. The X usually does it.
Don't know what that meant, but we'll just click that off our computer.
That's right.
A lot of people making their way down want to stand at the end to watch this game, Gary. I don't think they're going to. Let's hope this way. Let's hope they don't mob the floor.
Free throw. Oh, boy, what a kind roll there for Lewis. And he and Tavion just say, all right, we'll take it.
That's funny, Gary. Coach Brown out here in the Clay the other night was talking about, he said these are the softest rims in town. He got to bounce that time.
And he rolls that one in. These are forgiving rims.
Yeah.
I'll agree. 47-42. Dunbar by 5. 45 seconds. Trouble getting it in and get it into Big Ross. He dumps it back now to Chris Wharton. Wharton across the line. Crossing over. Wharton straight to the basket. Throws it up. No. Good defense by Williams. And he's going to be fouled. Darius will be fouled with 35 seconds by Cameron Greenup.
Wharton made a nice move to the basket, just didn't finish.
Well, Darius Williams had a lot to do with that. Yeah. I think he got a piece of it, actually, didn't he, Coach?
I don't know. I'm interested to see on replay. I'm sure William will have that for us, won't he?
Yes. I think we are going to have replay at the 11th region. You have to work, if you're available, you have to work some of that with us, Coach.
Just give me a shout. Be happy to do it. It's always a pleasure.
Williams knocked down a big free throw. Coach, he's doing a super job. He's got 12 points now, 6 rebounds. But what a game by Hollingsworth. He's got 20 points to lead everybody. Williams got them both. Dunbar up 7, 35 seconds.
You know what you want your senior to do? Step up and make foul shots when it's on the line?
Carpenter goes in the corner to Greenup. Jenkins back to Harrison Lane. Lane stops, throws an up off balance three, and that's not going to air ball. Try to get a pick from Jenkins. Dunbar ball with 21 seconds. They're up 49-42. Pass going to be stolen by Wharton. Deep out of the left baseline. Knocks it down a 3. Big shot by Wharton makes it 49-45. So the fat lady is not singing yet with 16.5 to go.
It'd be interesting to see how many timeouts they have left. I think that's their last. Should be.
Well, that was a heads-up play there by the junior Wharton to steal the ball and know that, hey, we don't have a lot of time. I need to try to knock down a 3, and he did out of the baseline. Make it 49-45 with still 16.5 seconds to go in regulation. Dunbar came in 25-6. Lafayette came in 19-9.
Gary, I tell you what, Lafayette get a 5-second call, get another steal and a 3 could really tighten this up.
After the game, of course, we'll have the post-game show, and also the awards. Are going to announce all the girls, all tournament team MVP, and the boys after the boys game tonight. They didn't do anything after the girls. They wanted to go ahead and get the boys game out and then announce all the all tournament teams, boys and girls, after this game. 16.5 to go. And 49-45. We appreciate Coach Donnie Atkins sitting in on the broadcast tonight. William Warfield, the king of stream, we call him. He's the best. Running the camera. 49-45.
Do the girls' state tournament, do the boys' state tournament.
16.5. Kelly gets it into Williams, and he's going to be fouled very quickly by Juante Carpenter. So Lafayette and Dunbar will head to the regional tournament next week, but we're still trying to decide with 15 seconds who the district winner and runner-up are going to be. But Dunbar's in the driver's seat right now, especially if Mr. Williams hits 2 free throws here. Because then it would take 2 threes by Lafayette just to tie. And that would be a tough task with 15 seconds. But it's possible. Williams got it.
That's 3 in a row for him.
He's got 13 points, 6 rebounds, so he and Tavion have combined for 33 of the Dunbar 50. Make that 34.
4 in a row.
51-45, 15 seconds. Wharton, he knows Lafayette needs a 3. He's going to penetrate to the basket, hang, and off the glass. No, what a count had it gone with. He's going to go to the line and shoot a couple with 9.9 seconds. Donnie will be leaving us shortly after this game because he has the Friday Night Kentucky Scoreboard show that he does on 6:30 with WLAP with Rick Shaw. You guys do a great job at that show.
Thank you, Gary. It's fun. We talk to coaches and talk about basketball in the state and football, all sports. We're talking about everything.
It's a rough job,
but
somebody's got to do it.
Somebody's got to do it.
Ward missed the first one. That's not a good miss, but the second one is a beauty. He's had a great second half with 8 points. 51-46, and another foul will send Lewis to the line with 8.4. Foul went on Wharton. I would say if Lewis makes even one of these, you probably see Lafayette will probably jack up a 3, but I think Dunbar's going to win this district.
Yes.
So Scott Chalk and Dunbar are going to win the 43rd district. He's talking to Dontel Brown. Free throw knocked down by Lewis. 52-46. So Dunbar is going to win their 26th game, and they're going to head to the 11th region as the 43rd district champion.
Well deserved. Played well tonight.
And Lewis got them both, 53-46 with 8 seconds.
I remember Lafayette had a 10-point lead at one time, Gary, in that second quarter right before.
Wharton way out front, stops from 15 and knocks it down, and that's going to do it.
That's it.
Your district champion is Dunbar. Paul Dunbar, 53-48 over a very good Lafayette team. Dunbar 26-6, Lafayette 19-10, and 53-48. Coach, great ball game, as you said. Lafayette had the nice lead there, but every time it seemed like Dunbar needed something to happen, either Hollingsworth or Williams or Lewis stepped up. I thought the big 3 out of the corner that gave Dunbar the 45-42 might have been the dagger.
I think it was, Gary. It shifted the whole momentum of the game. It got Dunbar thinking again, hey, we can do this, we can attack, we can come back, we've got the lead, now let's go get them defensively. And down the stretch, Lafayette made some turnovers and didn't convert, didn't play very well on the defensive end, and Dunbar made them pay for it at the end, like hitting the foul shots when they had to.
In front of a packed house, Dunbar wins it 53-48 over Lafayette, heading to the 11th region as your 43rd district champion. Lafayette, your 43rd district runner-up, with a great performance here. So Lafayette will definitely be. How would you like to be one of those teams that wins those other districts? Say, oh, our reward? We get Lafayette, one of the best teams in the state. That's your reward. So we'll step out. When we come back, we'll have more post-game. Okay, we're going to do the awards presentation. So we're going to.
Ladies and gentlemen, we need to have everybody off the court. Ladies and gentlemen, can I have your attention, please? At this time, we'd like to present the 43rd District All-Tournament teams. First, the girls all-tournament team. From Tate's Creek, Shay Wilson. From Lexington Catholic, Caroline Osborne. From LCA,
all-tournament team, Caroline Osborne, our broadcast partner in the first game, made the all-tournament team from Catholic. And Sydney Weeks.
From Dunbar, Autumn Hereford.
Sydney Weeks. Hereford from Dunbar made the all-tournament team.
And Shay Cecil. From Lafayette, Lindy DeBleason.
Shay Cecil from Dunbar made the all-tournament team.
Oh, so now you're going to let me sing the blues.
How's that?
I don't know. I just thought that'd be my entry point here on the broadcast.
Gotcha. Well, thanks for coming in. Great job. I tell you what an atmosphere in here tonight, right? What an atmosphere.
They closed us down here. Did you hear about that? I'm sure.
Yeah, and I understand there was a lot of people outside that couldn't get in.
Yeah, there was a whole line out there. To everyone. At least that's what's going around on Twitter. Well, the people turn around.
Now for the boys all-tournament team.
That's the
from
ladies.
H Creek, Dakota Faye.
Dakota Faye. Made that all-tournament team. Oh, okay. Yeah, from Tage Creek. Dakota Faye.
From Lexington Catholic, Luke Johnson.
Luke Johnson from Catholic on the all-tournament team. I thought Boone might have made that from Creek. He had 20-some points.
Yeah.
I don't know what that's about. Maybe because he's a sophomore.
From LCA,
Johnson.
Kyle Rode.
Kyle Rode, of course, he was sensational in his tournament.
No doubt about that.
My goodness, what a player. One of the best freshmen in the state and possibly the country.
From Lafayette, Harrison Lane.
Harrison Lane makes the all-tournament team by virtue of that 22-point performance the other night against Catholic. Because he really didn't have one of his better games tonight. Although, he made some good plays. Talking about Harrison, he only had 5 points tonight on 2 of 7.
From Dunbar, Jordan Lewis.
Jordan Lewis, all-tournament team.
And Darius Williams.
Darius Williams. And what that means is Tavion Hollingsworth will be the MVP.
And your MVP from Dunbar, Tavion Hollingsworth.
So Hollingsworth, the MVP of the 43rd, well deserved. That young man, I tell you what, that young man can flat play basketball, can he?
Oh, he was big time tonight. I'm not sure what the line was on him, but that young man.
He had 20 points, 4 rebounds, and a couple of assists.
Now for the presentation of the district
20
trophy.
points, 7 of 13.
The 2016
Orton, by the way,
District
Orton made the
Girls Basketball
all-tournament.
Tournament
16
runner-up is Paul Lawrence Dunbar.
This was a good game. It was very well coached by both teams.
53-48 final. Dunbar pulled it out. I thought Tavion's deep three out of the left side was really the haymaker in this game.
Yeah.
It put him up 45-42.
Yeah, no doubt about that. That was a crucial point in the ball game. And Dunbar clamped down there in the last few minutes.
Thanks to Donnie Atkins.
And the
Donnie and I, of course, have worked together quite a bit over the years.
Girls Basketball Tournament champion
I like Donnie.
Well, he'll work with us in the regional too, he said, if we need him. So we'll pull him. And Darren Douglas has been updating me. Looks like Franklin County's going to win their district. They were up by 12 late in that game over Woodford County.
Girls or boys?
Boys.
Okay.
Franklin County girls already won earlier big.
That doesn't surprise me.
No, Rebecca Cook can play. So can Princess Stewart, and so can Malika Frank, and so can Aristia. I mean, they just got a really good team over there, Franklin County. And they want to get back to the girls' Sweet 16 to redeem themselves because they really played pretty poor last year.
Congratulations to both teams.
And they know they did. Yeah. But they got a long road at 11
And now for the 2016 43rd District
Thank you to
Boys Basketball Tournament runner-up
We'll see
is
you,
Lafayette.
see you next week. So the runner-up, Lafayette, the girls runner-up is Dunbar. They lost to Lafayette girls 61-45. Kiara Pankins led the way. She was MVP of the girls tournament. Pankins had 24 points and 12 rebounds tonight in the girls final here at Lafayette. It was a packed house here. They turned a bunch of people away. There were a lot of people outside the door. They couldn't get in. So congratulations.
There's the 2016 43rd District.
43rd District champions. I tell you what, they played well, and their crowd showed up as well.
Yeah, their crowd is huge. I mean, both schools' crowds were huge here tonight. But yeah, they were pretty energetic over there. Lafayette's crowd was energetic. I just hope they travel to Eastern Kentucky the way they did here tonight. There was 2,700 people in this place tonight.
Yeah.
It only holds 25, Mr. Ball.
Right. It was over a sellout and big crowd in here. Like Donnie said, They used to play these type of big districts in Memorial Coliseum. They have about 7,000 or 8,000.
This crowd here tonight was amazing.
Well, I guess we can step out, maybe run some of our great sponsors, and come back, wrap things up. Does that sound good?
That's perfect for me. I don't think we're going to be getting out of the gym anytime soon.
Congratulations to Dunbar, your district champions for 2016. They knocked off Lafayette 58-48. We'll come back here with more postgame to wrap things up here from Lafayette after this timeout as the Dunbar fans storm the court.
All S, all P, all O, R, T, S sports. Pick it up in all sports. Pick it up in all sports.
In Fayette Mall on Facebook and Twitter, locally owned and operated since 1972.
I am Lee, and I'm happy with my smile. And I'm other Lee, and I ain't happy with my smile. I went to White, Greer, and Maggard, and they fixed my smile for me. And I never smile, and that's why I'm having some alone time here at dinner. I love that I can go to White, Greer, and Maggard with all my questions. And I love that I don't have to brush my teeth at night. Don't be like this, me. Go to White, Greer, and Maggard for a picture-perfect smile.
You're opening a
It may not require a textbook, but it's filled with valuable lessons. It may not take place in a classroom, but it's an ideal environment for learning. It may not involve a diploma, but it can help prepare Kentucky's young people for life. It's high school sports. High school sports can play a critical role in a student's overall education. In fact, studies show that students that participate in high school sports are more likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in their academic lives. If you think high school sports are only about competition, think again. Better yet, think about attending a high school sporting event in your community. You'll be amazed by what you see. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Kentucky High School Athletic Association and the Kentucky High School Athletic Directors Association.
Lafayette girls win the 43rd District Championship over Dunbar girls, 61-45 behind Kara Pankins with a double-double, 24 and 12. She was the MVP of the tournament. And the boys, Dunbar flips the coin. They win at 53-48, and Tavion Hollingsworth with 20 points is your 43rd District Boys MVP. William, that sets up a great 11th Region tournament next week. We'll have all those games right here on PrepSpin. The draw is tomorrow morning. We'll be heading over there to Eastern. 10 o'clock is the girls' draw, 11 of the boys. And then, of course, we'll announce all those draws on PrepSpin and Scholastic Ball Report. Just check Twitter. We'll have that on there tomorrow at about 11:30, 12 o'clock. And then, of course, all the 11th Region tournament action gets underway Monday night. You catch all the girls and all the boys games right here in high definition on PrepSpin. Looking forward to working out. We'll have a lot of great crew members along with us, too, over at that 11th Region Tournament. Looking forward to working with you. And, of course, I think Steve, Aaron Rose might be helping some over there as well, possibly. But it'll be fun, William, and looking forward to that 11th Region Tournament at Eastern Kentucky University.
Yeah, it's going to be a really, really good 11th Region Tournament. This region is just jam-packed this year, and the teams that have advanced, rightfully so, deserve to be over there on a big stage. And unfortunate some of those teams this week we had to say goodbye to, but they'll bounce back next year. But I'm looking forward to this tournament. I think this year is going to be really special.
How about Scott County? You're the runner-up in your district. You may have to play Dunbar in the first round of the 11th Region Tournament.
Yeah, or what about Lafayette, who may have to play
Madison Central?
Yeah, Madison Central or somebody like that.
Yeah, or Henry Clay.
Yeah.
So it'll be a great 11th Region Tournament. Watch it all right here on PrepSpin. Check the Herald Leader out. Great working with you again, William Moorfield. Donnie Atkins did a great job as an analyst on this game. Of course, that big banner you see right there, 2001 Boys State Champion. He was coach of that. I'm
gonna pin over here. We got the girls for a little bit. We'll get Dunbar for a little bit, cutting down the nets.
Cutting down the net. They are cutting down the nets, but the big banner there, Donnie won that in 2001, and he definitely said he would like to join us for some of the regional action over there at Eastern Kentucky University. They do a great job over there. Looking forward to that. Again, the 43rd District Championships tonight. Lafayette girls behind Kiara Pankins. They win going away over Dunbar 61-45, and the boys from Dunbar win at 53-48 over Lafayette. Great job by Dunbar. They are 26. What's up, Mr. Blackburn? How you doing, my man? They are 20. What is it?
Let me get one of those from you.
Yes, sir. And they will be 26-6, William, as they head to the regional tournament. Lafayette 19-10. Both teams will head on. And Franklin County won their district, so they'll be heading to the 11th region as a district champion. Henry Clay, a district champion over Scott County. And the other district, Madison Central, the district champion. They'll be heading to and that's right there in their backyard. They just played their district tournament at EKU, so a little bit of home court advantage there for Alan Feldhaus, who, by the way, if you like the TV show, The Ball Report, high school show, Coach Feldhaus is my team of the week tomorrow. He's on with all the seniors. He'll be on at noon on the CW tomorrow, the Scholastic Ball Report. So looking forward to that tomorrow at noon, and looking forward to the regional tournament, William.
I have to set my DVR to it.
DVR that. And for William Warfield, Coach Donnie Atkins, this is Gary Ball. Say thanks for watching all the district tournament games here. We have all the 11th region get underway Monday night at EKU. For William Warfield, the King of Stream, this is Gary Ball for Donnie Atkins, your district champion. The Lafayette girls and the Dunbar boys are your district champions. Thanks for watching on PrepSpin, and watch all the 11th region tournament on PrepSpin next week at EKU. So long, everybody.